Welcome to Mondays with Marc. I'm Marc, and this is Smokey, Steve, and Marc. On a Wednesday, yeah, I filmed this and refilmed this three times, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Boy, do I have a story to tell you too. Right to that later. Welcome back. Ooh, I am really excited to spend some time with you this evening because we're going to be doing one of our favorite aspects of Christmas, and that's making a Christmas village. Ooh, a holiday winter village, and we have made videos in the past about the little, holiday villages, but it's been quite some time. In fact, the last 2 years, we didn't even do a proper holiday village. We just kind of set the houses out, around the house, and I'm super thrilled. We're going to do our video a little differently tonight because we're going to be making a winter village from start to finish, including a brand new platform for it to be on and everything. I'm super stoked. Y'all, how much I just love those little miniature village scenes. I just love them, and of course we're gonna get caught up on some chit chat, and you know what? You never know. We may have some little surprise pop-ins, maybe some interesting facts. You never know. Point is, we're going to have fun tonight. Oh, yes, but first and most importantly, how are you doing? Oh, I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy, and I really hope you're enjoying the holiday season and not getting stressed out about it, I really have to reel myself in a lot and try to remember, what the true meaning of the season is, before it got so incredibly commercialized and everything, So we should have a little happiness and peace and just kind of feel that, and maybe not get caught up in so much of that hustle and bustle. And boy, I know it's hard to do. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. We're doing well here. We're okay. I have an interesting story to tell you. However, it is one of the main reasons why, everything is so late this week. All right. So I was driving home from the convenience store. I went up there. It's not too far away. To get a pack of smokes and some soda for Steven and a bag of my chips. And on the way home, I was coming home, and y'all, the car broke down. Our 2-month-old car broke down. Well, I think we've had it 3 months now. I gotta look. No, probably 2. I don't know. But anyway, the point is it broke down. It would not accelerate anymore. There was no warning, no noise, nothing. It just pushed the gas down. It wouldn't go. So I pulled over. It wouldn't go into drive, reverse, not even low. It would go into neutral, would go into park, and you could hear it go into those gears, but no driving gears at all. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, no warning, nothing. I couldn't check the transmission fluid because, these new cars, they're underneath the car now, and they have a lock on it as well. It's like, and I know some things about a car, but not a lot. I do know transmissions are, that's a bad thing to happen. So anyway, I had to call AAA, and we had it towed to a garage, and it is the transmission, and the entire unit needs replaced. Now, gratefully it is under warranty, but we did learn that there is a deductible with it, and if you go to their preferred garages, the deductible is not that bad. It's like $100, I think. But if you use a garage that's not in their network, kind of like a doctor, like in network, out of network, the deductible is so much higher. And, that's where we're at. There's not a lot of their, in network garages around here. But, and it just, it's just a bummer, it's like the perfect ending to an otherwise year of hell, right? I guess hell's a strong word, but it was a pretty challenging year this year, Anyway, it is at the garage now, and Steven is now taken over and handling all that. We'll see if there's another garage in network or whatever, but we have no idea how long it's going to be. I know it can take a minute, so we're going to have to be back to Ubering it for a minute, and then that's an expense too, right before the holidays, and it's just hard to absorb that type of cost, I don't know, it just right now it's just, but anyway, and the story actually gets a little more spooky because the place where I was at, I knew where I was, of course. I'm like about 6 blocks from my house, and it's very, very dark, and it's foggy, and it's chilly, and there's just a mist coming down, and very, very dark. Not a lot of people take this road. And then I heard this. Now, okay, I'm sure it's an animal or something. I'm sure it's an animal, but it was so creepy. I kid you not, it went on for 10 minutes, and then it stopped, and then it came back for about another couple minutes, and then it stopped again. And that's when the tow truck came. Now, of course, I'm sure it was like the atmosphere, and everything that made it a little more creepy. But I couldn't see anything. I couldn't see an animal, nothing. But it just added to that creep factor, let me tell you. And you know how much I love spooky stuff. But like when you're kind of in the middle of it and experiencing it, it's a little bit like stronger. But anyway, so that's what happened with the car. And I'm just like, you know what, universe, life, whatever, please, can you just give us a break? So anyway, that's what happened. And you know what? Things happen. I mean, you know what? We'll get it all straightened out. It's just more of the hassle of it. So I have a ride in tomorrow with my neighbor to work. So everything we're good. I mean, we're good. We can get groceries delivered if we need to. So anyway, that was that, and I'm happy to let you know that I am feeling much better. I am. I'm certainly not back to 100%, but way much better. I can get around much better. The pain has decreased a lot. So I'm very, very grateful for that. So let's just keep our fingers crossed there, that it'll continue to just get better over the next few days, because you never know. So anyway, you know what? We have a village to make for the holidays. So hey, why don't you come with me? We'll head over to the workshop and get this started. Ooh, come on.
Merry Christmas.
I am really excited to do this because I do love those villages so much. And you know what? So for this village this year, I said we're gonna make one from beginning to end, okay? And we're gonna make a brand new platform for it too, y'all. Now, when I was coming up with how to do this, I kept a few things in mind, and of course, one of them is space. So I kind of designed this or made it up to fit in a small space, like an apartment or heck, even a house. I mean, who has all that extra space to put up, like, say, a whole big platform? And you can adjust the measurements to fit in your space if you want to follow along and make one yourself. I also kept in mind the time that it takes to make it, and kept it pretty easy too. Money is another thing. I'm using all recycled and upcycled wood for this, some of which I had already, and some of which I got from next door in their they have a big discarded pile in the back from the work they're doing over next door. So it is inexpensive as well, and versatile. I wanted something that I could not only the space is important, but like what to do with it after the holidays. So I am going to reuse it when we're not using it for the village, and I'll show you that later, okay? So let's get started. Y'all, I got the ball rolling already. So it starts with, it starts with the materials. So essentially we are just making like a table, a stand, and this will be the base of our platform, okay? And for that, we're going to need a piece of wood, and that wood is 54 inches by 9 inches by 2 inches thick. Now, you don't have to use that thick of wood. It's what I had already. You could go with 1 inch or 1.5 inches as well. In addition to that, you'll need 4 wooden legs as well, and those are just 1.5 inch pieces of wood by 35 inches. So my stand is going to be about 3 feet up off of the ground. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. So, all right. The first thing we're going to do is attach those legs. And I just used 4-inch wood screws for that. But before I screwed them in, I added some permanent glue to the top of those legs, just to give that a little more stability, a little more support there. I don't know, sometimes they have a tendency to twist a little bit, and this will just, help with that. So we start with a starter hole in the top there to get our screw starting, and then we just screw all 4 legs in. And I mean, pretty much that's it. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I don't know, that's a good base for it. Now, the only thing is to see if it fits. I measured it all out so it'll fit over our piano in the living room, and it does. Yeah, it does. So now the piano can stay under there, and we can just pull it out whenever we need it. Great way to utilize that space up, right? Pretty cool. All right. So the last thing that I did for that base was actually add some supports on either side in between the 2 legs that come down. You'll need to do this because, even though it's screwed in and has permanent glue on it, or wood glue, you could use wood glue, they have a tendency to they want to come in and out, so this support will help that. And again, I just used a wood screw, one on each side there, to give that a little more support. Now, to make this versatile, I wanted to make it a little bit larger. Well, I wanted to have the ability to make it larger. Certainly you can use it as it is, depending on your space. You have about 9 inches there, and that is just perfect if you have some of those little houses. We have a little bit larger houses, as you'll see in a second. So I did want to make it bigger. For that, we'll need another piece of wood, and that wood I cut it to 60 inches wide, and that'll give us a few inches more on either side, by 18 inches out to the front, and I cut it in a curved fashion there, so it'll curve out. And then I painted her white. Yep. I mean, it's a snow village, right? And that's optional. You really don't have to, because we're going to be covering it all up with snow. And then it's as simple as I just used little 1-inch wood screws, and we just kind of, just screwed it right in the top. And that little top piece up there, you can make that any size you want, any shape you want. And the wood screws are super easy to take out after the holidays. And that is our basic, that is the base for our platform. So why don't we head over to the living room where it's at and continue our snow village? Come on. So here we are in the living room, and there is the base for our snow village. So now we get to finish her up, y'all. Ooh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. So the next step that we're going to do, we are going to be adding lights to our platform here, and this will illuminate the snow once we put that on. But before we do that, I do think that villages look really, really nice when they're multi-leveled, and maybe have some hills or whatever. Now, instead of making a permanent kind of wood structure for that, I tell you what your best friend is. Oh yes, repurposed packaging styrofoam makes perfect little stands. Here, I'm gonna put maybe that one right in the center like that, and then we'll cover it with, I think that looks good. All right, so, and literally, I'm just gonna tape it down with some duct tape and then add our lights. It's gonna be so awesome. Okay. So we have our lights on and our little, styrofoam risers here. So now we're going to cover it all up with snow. But before we do that, oh yes, we need something to cover the front, of course. So we are going to add a little skirt that goes all the way around like that. And for that, I'm going to be using my staple gun right here. And I have the small staples in there because that'll make it nice and easy to take it off after the holidays. Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. We have our lights on and our snow and our little skirt that goes all the way around. Ooh, it's coming along, y'all. It is coming along. So now the snow, of course, the snow that I used for the base there is just this, I think they call it carpet snow, I believe, is this type of snow here. Blanket snow, that's it. And then we also have some buffalo snow here. I have a ton of it. I'm using some outside too, which we'll add on top of it after we put our houses on. This will give it a nice, fluffy kind of look to it, okay? So we'll do that. So the next step, oh yes, is to place our houses. Ooh, this is going to be exciting. Oh, wait. Before we do that, I printed out some pine trees on Mylar paper. And then I just cut around them like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these up here behind our display just to give it a cute little backdrop, So I'm going to go ahead and attach those, and I'm going to be using some like peelable spray adhesive, which will work perfect for this. It won't, damage our walls. I'll put those up, and then I'll set all the houses out, okay? Okay. There, all right. Okay, there we are. We have our houses placed where we want them. And look how nice the trees look on the back. They really, really do. Great hack, right? I'll tell you, a lot less expensive and a lot easier to find than window clings. I couldn't find pine tree window clings anywhere, and they don't stick on walls that well either, so we would have had to spray them anyway. So anyway, very, very cool. All right, so, the next step, my favorite step of all, accessorizing. We have trees and people and all kinds of fun stuff. We have like roads and fences, and this is definitely the funnest part of it all, right? And we're just gonna kind of place everything where you like it. There's no set way to do any of this, and then we have our fluffy snow to add to it. Oh, let's do this. Oh, look, there's a tree. Start with that big one right back. But wait. This part can take me quite some time. I can be a little OCD about things like this. Oh, you think? Like that's news, right? Yeah, very cute, right? Oh my gosh. So, you know what? While I'm finishing this up, why don't we take a look at a few fun facts all about holiday villages? The Holiday Village, a miniature model of a traditional winter village scene. These charming displays are often used as part of Christmas decorations in homes and businesses, across the globe, really. Here are a few interesting facts all about the Holiday Village. The tradition of the Christmas village or the holiday village, also known as putzes, originated in Germany in the 16th century. They were miniature representations of the nativity scene and, most often were made from wood. Then, in the 18th century, the tradition of building Christmas villages around the Christmas tree, that began with the Moravian Church. Now, this tradition originated with church settlements in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and Salem, North Carolina. Yes, known as a putz. It's a decorative display telling the birth of Jesus. Now, Moravians would go putzing, too, between Christmas and New Year's to enjoy other people's displays. Now, over time, the Christmas village evolved from just the nativity scene, right, to include other aspects of a European village, like with houses and shops and other buildings. And then in the 19th century, it became a common Christmas decoration for many, many households. After World War II, several Japanese companies started mass-producing cardboard or paper houses, churches, and other buildings. These small buildings usually had holes in them which Christmas lights could be placed through to provide illumination. The buildings had tiny, colored cellophane windows and were decorated with mica-dusted roofs to, give the appearance of snow. The first mainstream and full-scale Christmas village opened in Ogden, Utah on November 23, 1962, with magnificent light displays, events, a huge parade, and vendors. And this tradition still operates today. And then there's the Christmas Village in Philadelphia, a well-known part of the holiday season in the city. It's located in Dilworth Plaza in Center City and features an ice rink, a carousel, a huge Christmas tree, and countless vendors. Amidst the jovial banter and magical memories, the idea for a lighted Christmas village was born, and that spark of an idea became a reality when, in 1976, Department 56 introduced a series of 6 hand-painted ceramic buildings. The rest is history. Well, like many other Christmas traditions, the notion of a village to celebrate the Christmas season has evolved and has spread to other holidays and seasons, just like Halloween and Easter, both of which continue to grow in popularity year after year. And those were just a few fun facts all about the beloved Christmas village. Ah! Ah, there it is. I like it. Oh, very cool. So, what do you think? We put all of our accessories on there. We have some trees and some people. And I have these things that will all light up. I still got to put the batteries in, so I'll do that and show you in just a little bit. And then the only thing left to do now is light up our houses. And for those, I love these tea lights. Oh yeah, they're battery operated and they're on a timer. So they'll run for 8 hours and turn off themselves. And they'll just slip right inside the back of the houses. I'm so glad this is done. And see, our snow, we made it come billow down over our little skirt here. And really, that's it, y'all. Oh, so that was our Christmas village. Oh, you know what? I'm happy with the way it turned out. Are you? Are you? Gosh, and I do like it all came together like kind of like I was hoping it would. And I like the idea of expanding it and making it different year after year. I'm thinking probably next year maybe I'll do one even larger now that I know I can go a little bit bigger. Thinking maybe a little bit taller. But look at me. Totally getting ahead of myself. Next year, we're gonna do this. I'm not even ready for this year. Like what? Oh my gosh, but yes, that's our village for this year.
Huh?
Oh, so did you like our behind the scenes we did over like the last weekend? We had a lot of fun doing that, and it was nice because Steven got involved, and like it was a nice evening of like, well, kind of decorating and enjoying the holiday a little bit, and it turned out pretty cool, and you finally got to see the studio, I know, very exciting, right? But people had been asking about it, so I thought it was a good time to do it. And we have a lot of fun stuff coming up. Oh my gosh, like this week it's probably like DIY week because I'm trying to get some of these DIYs in quick because time's a ticking. Like what are we, 2 weeks to Christmas? Tomorrow I think is 2 weeks to Christmas. That's crazy. This whole year has flown by. I Mind blown, mind blown. But anyway, okay, you know what? I think I've kept you long enough. You know how I can ramble on. Thank you so much for spending your time with me this evening. You know what? It was a wonderful time putting that village together with you. Like, just like, decorating with Steven the other day. It was really nice. It felt like, I don't know, it felt like I had a reason to do it. It felt like, we were there doing it together in a way. And of course, I know we weren't, but it was really, really nice. And I really hope you enjoyed it. I do. So, yes, thank you for watching. Definitely hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, too, so you know when we have a new video coming out. You can check us out over on social media. That's X and Facebook and Instagram. And all of our contact information is right down below. That's our post office box for our Christmas card exchange. Oh yeah. And our email address too. So if you have any questions on anything that we did today, just shoot me an email, okay? Thank you again, and you have a fantastic rest of the week. And we will see you next time. Oh yes. Happy holidays, everybody. Mwah!